around the city with my eyes closed. What you in for, baby? What's your info? Walking around the city with my eyes closed. What you in for, baby? What's your info? I got the mojo, I got the mojo. Hey, hey, I got the mojo, I got the mojo, I got the mojo. Baby, don't hesitate, I wanna hesitate. Baby, don't hesitate, call me all the time, that's a perfect timing. She got me shining like a perfect diamond. Call me all the time, that's a perfect timing. She got me shining like a perfect diamond. You think you know me? Hey, you got me lonely. Yeah, you think you know me? Hey, let's take it easy, kick it like it's nothing. Let's take it easy, kick it like it's nothing. Let's take it easy, kick it like it's nothing. They say the mouth, till you try. Call me all the time, that's a perfect timing. She got me shining like a perfect diamond. Call me all the time, that's a walking around the city with my eyes closed. What you in for, baby? What's your info? Walking around the city with my eyes closed. What you in for, baby? What's your info? I got the mojo, I got the mojo. Hey, hey, I got the mojo, I got the mojo, I got the mojo. Hey, hey, I got the mojo, I got the mojo. Call me all the time, that's a perfect timing. She got me shining like a moonbeam. Hey, you got me lonely. Yeah, you think you know me? Hey, they say don't knock it till you try it. Celebrate it till you either you broke, either you wealthy. Let's take it easy, kick it like it's messy. Walking around the city with my eyes closed. What you in for, baby? What's your info? Walking around the city with my eyes closed. What you in for, baby? What's your info? Got the mojo, I got the mojo. Walking around the city with my eyes closed. What you in for, baby? What's your info? I got the mojo, I got the mojo. Walking around the city with my eyes closed. What you in for, baby? What's your info? Call me all the time, that's a perfect timing. She got me shining like a perfect diamond. Call me all the time, that's a perfect timing. She got me shining like a perfect diamond. What you in for, baby? What's your info? Walking around the city with my eyes closed. What you in for, baby? What's your info? Walking around the city with my eyes closed. What you in for, baby? What's your info? I got the mojo, I got the mojo. Hey, hey, I got the mojo, I got the mojo, I got the mojo. Baby, don't hesitate, I wanna hesitate. Baby, don't hesitate, call me all the time, that's a perfect timing. She got me shining like a perfect diamond. Call me all the time, that's a perfect timing. She got me shining like a perfect diamond. You think you know me? Hey, you got me lonely. Yeah, you think you know me? Hey, let's take it easy, kick it like it's nothing. Let's take it easy, kick it like it's nothing. Let's take it easy, kick it like it's nothing. They say don't knock it till you try it. Call me all the time, that's a perfect timing. She got me shining like a perfect diamond. Call me all the time, that's a walking around the city with my eyes closed. What you in for, baby? What's your info? Walking around the city with my eyes closed. What you in for, baby? What's your info? I got the mojo, I got the mojo. Hey, hey, I got the mojo, I got the mojo, I got the mojo. Hey, hey, I got the mojo, I got the mojo. Call me all the time, that's a perfect timing. She got me shining like a
Well, hi! Well, hi, well, hi, well, hi! Hello, Harlot. How you doing, my guy? First in. First in once again. I swear, we need to start keeping track of this sort of shit, guys. Because, Harlot, I'm pretty sure over the last week I've seen you first in. Every single time. Every single time. Death Muffin. Hey, how you living? Death Muffin. Oh, boy. Care Best Day, you're here too. All of the hype, girl. All of the hype. Thank you for joining tonight. Or, well, it's still afternoon, isn't it? Might be night where you are. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, yikes. The hype command is kinda fucked, guys. Mod, someone fix that. Crit. Crit. Looking good yourself, my dude. Looking good yourself. Woody Tough Guy. Hola. Hola. Oh, Deadpool. Well, who would win in a fight? Who would win in a fight? We know that Deadpool can't die. We know that Deadpool can't die. Superman can. So, look, I can't disagree with you right now, Death Muffin. I can't. Like, it is what it is. Guys, welcome. We are here today, well, for one reason. Aside from, like, legendary vibes, which, I'm feeling them all right now. Like, Sunday afternoons are a great time as it is, but it's even better when I'm here with all of y'all. Even better. But aside from all that, we have ourselves a podcast to have, guys. We've got a legendary lineup of streamers as per the usual. Very, very keen to introduce you all to them. Do you want to check them out? Do you want to meet these guys? I think you do. I definitely want you to. So hey, let's get the streamers back up on here. Here they all are. We can't hear anyone just yet. Oh shit. We've got someone snacking out. Oh boy.
Yes, the best snacks.
Guys. Oh yeah, there you go. Reasonable thinks you're way too cool.
Distracted by food.
I don't blame you, girl. I don't blame you. All right. Well, let's get our introductions over and done with, guys. Here we are for Raptor Pen podcast number 6. You already know who I am. Who gives a shit about me. The guy to my right, my left, whatever it is. He's right here. For the first time in this series of podcasts, we are happy to welcome Crit Happens Gaming. Crit, how are you, my dude?
Doing well, man. Doing well. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for coming. Tell us a bit about yourself. First time here. I'm super fucking hyped. I'm super excited to have you here. Tell the people at home, sitting watching, like, what you're about. I already know, but tell them yourself.
I'm about terrible self-gameplay, incredible tabletop, and, well, I get seen a lot.
Oh, yeah. Oh boy. Crit actually hosts a legendary tabletop gaming night on Saturday nights, guys. I think I've rated it before. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, a few of us have checked it out. A lot of us perhaps haven't. I can recommend, make sure you do give Crit a follow if you haven't already. Is there a mod in chat? Srenna, can you just do a shout out for Crit for me if there isn't?
Of course.
Yes, thank you very much. Crit is an absolute legend, and I'm really, really happy that he's here joining us today. Now, actually, I can't even say as per the usual. Kasha, back in the Raptor Pen again, girl. You got swept up by some Karens last week, and yeah, I mean, we definitely missed you, but we're glad to see that you're okay. How you living, girl?
I mean, I've defeated the Karens, so I feel like a superhero. Like, I'm more powerful now.
Maybe I should take this off and give it to you. I mean, beating a Karen is no easy feat. Can I get a shout out for Cash as well? In chat, please. You've got this. Yeah, well.
Of course.
What beats an unstoppable force? An immovable object. And Snorlax is definitely that, unless you've got a Pokey Flute handy, which, you seldom do at the beginning of any game. So, again, everybody here ought to already be following Kasha. Look, I'm going to conduct an investigation into my following. If there's anybody on this channel that doesn't already follow Kasha, look, I'm coming for you. I will find you and I'm coming for you. Okay? So, the warning's there. If you haven't already done it, get on that shit quickly. Last but certainly not least, down in the, I don't know, why are you in a corner? We're all in a corner. We're all in a corner, so it doesn't matter. Srenna, how you living, girl?
I'm doing fantastic.
Awesome. Had a good week so far? Are you safe? Please tell us you're safe.
Of course, always safe.
Oh,
I actually
good.
streamed today, so I kicked my day off with that, so it's been fantastic. And I'm here tuning you guys in for this fantastic podcast.
I'm digging the hair, girl. Srenna blows my mind every week. She comes on and just completely shows me up. I should just, seriously, I'm going to do what you do and just shave my head, because there's no point me trying anything when we have Srenna on the podcast. It's either that or I don't have her on anymore. Like, something's got to give. It might as well be my hair. Srenna, make sure you give yourself a shout out. It's weird that you give yourself a shout out, but can you just give yourself a shout out in chat, please? Same goes for Srenna. I think everybody here ought to already be following her. If you're not, do that. And, again, I will have a squad investigating this shit. If you're not already following her, get on it. Otherwise, I'm coming for you. Similarly, so. Absolutely legendary lineup of streamers today. Thanks again, all of you, for joining me. Believe you me, it is a pleasure having you on the show. Now, we had a list of topics here. We will go into them. We have something else that has kind of cropped up over the week that I'll go into just off the bat, just because, I don't know, it's kind of on the tip of my tongue. And that is, it's kind of been brewing for a little while, guys. TikTok. The TikTok app. Now, everybody knows what it is. It's been growing and just got stupid in popularity. Now, some issues have come up lately with the security of the app, I guess, and where it is or isn't feeding information. To the point where the Indian government have banned it. And there's a lot of rhetoric going on in the United States and in Australia this week around the very same issue. So let's dive into it, guys. What are your thoughts? What do you know about what's going on at the moment?
Well, I have a feeling I might be the most knowledgeable, being the youngest here. So, main thing to say is obviously, like, when Hong Kong changed their security laws to make it so that you had to give information from apps like that, TikTok's first response was to just remove the app from the country and say, basically telling you don't have access anymore. We're not doing that. So is it really a security thing, or is it because, the president and our prime minister are being bullied by my generation? Because,
Scotty from marketing, that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's catching up with them, maybe, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And also, they do even still try to censor a lot of what, creators put on TikTok and try to make it so, they'll shadow ban them. As an example, a lot of people who were advocating for Black Lives Matter did get shadow banned because when the first of, the protests broke out in America, pretty much everything was about that, and people were trying to bring justice, essentially. And obviously, even though they're freedom of speech, they don't really necessarily like freedom of speech.
Yeah, that's intriguing. That's really intriguing because, everybody knows, in spite of the fact that I joined Insta this weekend, I'm not on TikTok. I'm slowly getting younger, as far as my online presence goes. But yeah, honestly, I just don't have any interest in TikTok myself. So, look, I'm going to stop this discussion for a quick second because I can see you guys just going absolutely stupid in the chat. Couple of crazy things have happened, and my voice is gonna fucking die before we've even got into the first hour. So, look, Kasha, what's your problem, mate? Why are you gifting so many subs on my channel? What is the deal, mate? No, I really,
I need to see that cosplay.
I treasure you. I treasure you. Thank you so much. And that gift sub has gone to Glided Branch. Glided Branch. Look, maybe you do know, maybe you don't. All the same, everybody, strap yourselves in. Look, I'm gonna mute myself from the podcast quickly. You're all welcome. As always.
Taking this serious.
Fair warning. Here it
I think
comes.
it's because of the entire.
Here it comes. To USA,
Yeah.
Fus Roda! Thanks again. And Crit, I'm going to quickly unmute myself here just so I can berate you as well. Why are you such a fucking legend? And, you know...
Might be ignorant.
Why is that? I've had enough of how amazing you are, dude. It's getting out of hand, and look, I needed to say something to you. But here, look, courtesy of you, Crit, and thanks again, my dude. Artie Cutie Pie? Is that how you say it? Yeah. Artie Cutie Pie is now a Raptor Pen sub, and to you, Artie Cutie Pie, I say... Fus Roda! Congratulations, Artie Cutie Pie. You are now a sub to the channel. And very quickly, we've just had a follow. It's Glided Branch. Glided Branch, thank you very much. Actually, I should keep an eye on the follow account, guys. So we're sitting at 1091. Don't forget what happens when we get to the next 100. I end up having to scull a beer. Isn't that weird? Anyway, oh, yikes. What's... Did your finger slip? Did your finger slip? Crit? Like what?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a critical.
That's a critical. Take a drink. Oh boy. Okay, muting myself again very quickly, guys. Crit, thanks, dude, and Affluent Sendu. Courtesy of Crit. Make sure you're strapped in because, as always, I say, Fus Roda! Thanks. Oh boy. It's good that I've remembered to mute myself this week. Sometimes I forget. Okay, there's nothing else I'm missing. No, we seem to be all caught up. All right. Nobody else has a slip of finger before we continue. No. Okay, good. So, as we were saying, yeah. So I'm not really familiar with TikTok. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Despite what people think, it's actually more restrictive in what you're allowed to post on there. Cash is what you're saying.
Yeah. Because even like, so, I don't want to sound like a horrible person when I say this, but like people that are a bit on the heavier side is another example. So if like you've got all these like young skinny girls on straight TikTok that dance around in like their underwear or a bikini, and that's fine. But as soon as you're a bit on the bigger side, they shadow ban you for that as well. So it's a bit like you can really like you can post whatever you want. There are guidelines and stuff like that.
Same as like Twitch, I guess.
Down, with alcohol in them. I was sculling from a vodka bottle. Makes sense. But yeah, like they do restrictions like that, but they still allow like underage girls to dance around in their underwear, and that's okay.
All right.
I'm not
Yeah.
straight TikTok thing.
I shouldn't dance around in my underwear. Okay, good.
Yeah, you'll get shadow banned, unfortunately.
Bugger.
Well, I bought this special set just so that I could dance around in it. Is that? Oh, yeah. Wow.
But, like,
Never
you
mind
don't see as
TikTok.
many like half nude guys as you do half nude women because the same thing applies.
Sure.
Like, and that's kind of. But that's straight TikTok. I'm not on that. I don't like straight TikTok. I see the memes and the cats. I'm there for the cats.
It sounds like yeah, you're on there for the same reason as I'm on Twitter. You don't really put much up as much as you just check out everything else that's on there. Yeah. Well, what do you guys think then? It sounds, I don't know, I still have my reservations about TikTok anyway, but it sounds as though at least media-wise, from a political standpoint, it's definitely been, well, I don't know if it's definite or not, but it seems like it's being used as a scapegoat. And it's pretty easy to do that. Like, we've seen it before in Australia with Huawei, or however the fuck you say it. Huawei, like...
Huawei Mobile.
Yeah, that's them. So, also Chinese-owned company, right? Yeah, there was some demonization that happened a while ago when, I don't know, China wasn't all that popular here, and yeah, all of a sudden it was, these telephone devices were being used by the Chinese government to listen to us. Was the thing, and it's a similar sort of rhetoric we're now getting about TikTok, whether it's true or not. What it does is it actually does, it sparks what was already there in terms of, some ingrained racism in part of our culture, unfortunately. That does very much direct itself towards China. Unfortunately, that exists in the United States. Srenna, would you agree?
Of course. Well, I will say, you want to know what's going on with TikTok in the United States?
Actually, yeah, fill us in.
So far. So Mike Pompeo, he's the senator of state for the United States of America, right? So he's up in the top tier, like, not government, but he's like underneath the president and all that, right? So he basically said that he wants to get rid of the app because he said it's a breach of security. So they're working on right now is completely banning it and getting rid of it completely. And a lot of people right now are wondering what's going to happen to all the people that have built their life using TikTok and becoming famous.
Well, that's an interesting take too, isn't it? Like, okay, imagine for a second, guys, that actually happens in the United States, and let's just say for a second that happens everywhere else. TikTok gets banned. There's a lot of content creators on TikTok. What does that look like if suddenly their platform disappears, a la Mixer?
Well, then you end up with them going to things like Smashed and other those sort of live platforms where not so much
A lot
Twitch.
of them are trying to actually, like, they're advertising things like their YouTube, or for some of them even like OnlyFans and stuff like that, because they're trying to find new avenues of income just in case, because they're all freaking the fuck out.
Oh, you would too, wouldn't you?
It'd be the same as any of us if they went, no, Twitch is shutting down. That's the end of it. Done. It's being banned in the US, Australia, Europe.
Yeah.
People go, oh, well, now what?
Yeah.
But like, when you look at it this way, if it was a legitimate security concern, why is it only, really like America and Australia that are looking into this and being like, oh, we're going to get rid of it? No other countries are. Like, Europe, they're fine. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I think the main thing is because, all these young kids that are looking outside of the news, seeing what's actually happening in the world and commenting on it. So, like, one of the memes that I did see was, who would you prefer as your president? Kanye West, a racist pedophile, or a racist pedophile with dementia? Smells like.
Yeah, there's some really spicy political takes in there. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me that you see shit like that on there. Kanye's definitely like memed himself perfectly with this whole Kanye for president thing. We were talking about this last week, guys. Actually, since it comes up, let's just quickly touch on it. Tash, we missed you while we were talking about this. What were your thoughts on Kanye for president 2020?
I reckon, I don't know if he'll be better or if he'll be worse, to be honest, because he's not going to have any fucking idea what he's doing. He's not going to listen to any of his advisors because it's Kanye West. Who the fuck does Kanye listen to? Like, is he just going to turn America into like a cult, kind of like what's partially happening with Trump?
Yeah, exactly. Well, do you think it's an actual serious bid to begin with?
Huh?
Do you think he's actually serious to begin with?
I mean, he's in the running.
Yeah.
Hope not.
No, like, as in, like, it's like a genuine, like, bid to become the president of the United States. I don't know. It just, to me,
When it comes to Kanye West, I would say that I think he is serious because look at his, look at his past. It's a very Kanye thing to do, to think that, oh yeah, I can run a fucking country. I'm Kanye West.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the same
well.
concept that Donald Trump went in with.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, correct. What's your thoughts on a potential Kanye presidency?
Mother of God. And I'll leave it there.
You'll leave it there. No, me personally, I seriously think it's actually a promotional take, and I think it's a brilliant promotional take. Yeah, seriously. The dude does shit like this. He does follow a path of any press is good press. He stirs the pot. He creates controversy, and if you actually have a look at when he's actually stirred the pot compared to when a new album comes out, yeah, the things do definitely align. So. It wouldn't surprise me at all if, and in fact, I consider it more likely that he's just stirring the pot again. And I'll tell you what, we're talking about it, so it's clearly working. Anyway, we get sidetracked. We get sidetracked, guys. So TikTok. Do you think it actually does get banned, guys, in the United States, in Australia? Do you think that goes through, Srenna?
It very well possibly could. I could see something like that happening. I mean, I could see them doing that and then something else like that reopening, running up from the US, but
Well,
I could
yeah.
see it becoming banned just because of all the political stuff going on right now.
It does seem pretty funny, like the idea of like banning an app. Like, what's to stop the dev from just re-releasing it under a different
Nothing.
something?
They just
You know what I
relabel
mean?
it and
Yeah,
start again.
exactly.
They send an email out to their millions of users going, "Hey, we're relabeling, we're rebranding. Here's our new details.
Precisely.
You ban TikTok. You haven't banned TopTick.
Well,
Exactly.
it's supply and demand, really. It's like, Vine back in its day, TikTok is trying to become the new Vine. Like, it is a way for a lot of people to just kind of, like, I use it when I'm stuck in bed because I can't get out because I'm either fucking depressed or in too much pain, and it's just a way to distract myself from that. So, and a lot of people do use it as distraction, and because of how it's set up, it keeps your attention because you do have the other medias, like you've got your Facebook and all that, but they're not as interactive with your brain as TikTok is because it's videos. So it keeps your brain like. It's why people stay up until like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, not realizing the time, just scrolling through TikTok because it keeps your brain like
Triggering."
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's why social media are colored the way that they are, because the blue light keeps you awake. Your body does not produce the serotonin because of that blue light from Facebook, from Twitter, and they're built that way to trap you and get you addicted.
Yeah. Harlot, that would not... sorry, in chat, Harlot and Demon says, Twitch is my addiction. I spend like $1,000 a month on here. Dude, that would not at all surprise me. I've seen you in my channel and I've seen you in many other channels. Certainly, we appreciate it here and I'm sure everybody else does. Dude, like, you never have to do that. You never have to do that, but boy, oh boy. I get it. Oh, yikes, crit. As I break that down,
More than I would know on my own. I would be so dead in Witcher many times over without the guidance of Harlot.
Oh,
100%.
mate. 100%. Yes, Harlot guided me through my first playthrough of The Witcher the other night. It was absolutely crazy. I think he was just playing the game for me at one point. That's how good he is. Okay. Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. What have we got? Okay, there was a gift, and then so Jessie Knox got a gift sub, and then she's subbed herself for 2 months. How does that work? So she's extended her own.
That's a continuation of the existing sub.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, Jessie, you're amazing. Crit, you're amazing. Thanks again, my dude. Look, Jessie, I'm not sure how much time you've spent in here, but look, I'll put it this way: I need to mute these other guys for a second. Just so that I, mute myself from them. We can still hear them, but trust me, they don't want to hear me down their headsets. Girl, strap yourself in, get some rope, get some tape or something. and do it quickly, because as a Raptor Nation sub, to you, Jesse Knox, you queen, I know who you are, I see you. To you I say, Fus Roda! That scared the shit out of the cat, guys. She was sitting right there. Now she's fucking gone. She's gone to another country. But again, thank you so much. Oh my god, we've got a hype train. Oh, yikes. Harlot, what have you done? Harlot, you guys have...
Then I'm going to do something else.
You guys have sparked a hype train. Okay, Harlot, I'm going to mute myself from these guys again. Thank you so much, my dude. Death Muffin, courtesy of Harlot. You've been sitting here watching Death Muffin. You know what's about to happen. And, of course, I say... Fus Roda! Holy shit. I saw it in the corner of my eye, crit. What the actual... Oh, shit. Okay. Crit, thank you very much. Holy shit. Okay.
Oops.
My throat's gonna be dead. Here's what's happening. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself again. Kasha, what have you done?
I've done it again.
This has happened before, and yikes.
It was on the podcast as well.
No, actually, no, this happened before the podcast, I think. It was in a countdown or something. I screamed down the thing at you guys. Yeah, that happened during the podcast. What Short Sleeves just put in chat for you. Anyway, I'm going to put myself on mute from you again. We'll still be able to hear you, but I've got a lot of acknowledging to do. So, here we go. Oh, he's still going. His voice
is gonna be gone by the end of this.
Okay. How do I keep up with this? Okay.
Short sleeves.
Harlot. How many are there? Okay. So I'll start with crits, I think. Yeah, I'll start with crits. So, Triceratio. Fus Roda! Witty tough guy. Fus Roda! Whitey Weast. Wow. Fus Roda! Dow Z, legend.
We'll be right back. I'm
Fus
gonna grab a drink and go to Bethany.
Roda! Yeah, you're good. I'm gonna be here for a while. Toasted mildly.
Yeah, so the toast.
Fus Roda! Tomato Tonin. Fus Roda! Ali has arrived. Ali, you deserve that, girl. Hope you enjoy it. Make sure you come in and say thanks if you're here. Fus Roda! Okay, those were from Kasha, by the way. Kasha, thank you, girl. Holy shit. I just berated you before, Kasha. Holy shit. Okay, we've got some more. Harlot and Demons. Okay, Harlot, dude. Okay, so Selena Salino, or Selena Cyclone, I think that is. Cyclone, I'm gonna call you. Fus Roda! Tour drip tap dance or something. I think that's how you say it. Fus Roda! Max, dude. Hey, you got a sub from Harlot. Congrats, my dude. Okay, here we go. Fus Roda! Shy guy. Fus Roda!
We're getting close to 100 now, which means cosplay.
Damo, you got a sub courtesy of Harlot. Fus Roda! Okay, boy oh boy. Oh, Care Bear Stare! Holy shit! Okay, thank you, Care Bear Stare. Really appreciate that, girl. You're an MVP. Okay, here we go. Reasonable Con. Fus Roda! Oh, are there any that I've missed? Holy shit! I think I've got them all. Yeah, short sleeve. It hasn't stopped. Whoa, we've hit level 5 on the hype train, guys. What are you doing? Okay, I think it's safe. I think we're safe, guys. I've unmuted me from you. Yeah, thank you. Did anyone, like, that would have been a long clip if you did clip that. Holy shit. Holy shit, that was a lot.
So you're saying you think
That was a Kasha, for fuck's sakes. Okay, so anyone watching on YouTube right now, we've on Twitch we've got channel point rewards, right? So Kasha, because she's a queen, has been watching for long enough to redeem a channel point reward for sunglasses on. At least I'm not playing a video game today. Okay, here we go.
I was waiting for it to tick over in channel points. I normally save up for the, burpees, but I feel like I might give Coop a bit of a break from the burpees for a little while.
I appreciate that. Oh, yes. Hey, thank you all so much for the gift subs. Now, what does that bring us to? Can we get a count on subscribers? Because I don't know. I don't trust my dashboard. There, I think short sleeve. There you go. We're sitting at 64. Whoa, crit. Hey, thank you for the bitty bits, my dude. Oh, Jesse, holy shit. Crit, Jesse, thank you. Whoa. Really appreciate you. Damn. Okay, so we're sitting at 64 subscribers. Wow. You did nothing. Bullshit, my dude. No, thank you so much. Thank you all so much. This is nuts. Only 43%. We're at 50. Mine says 57. Yeah, his finger definitely did. His finger definitely did slip. Yeah. Wow. Oh no, seriously. Like, guys, calm down. Like, that's enough. That's enough. I don't think anyone can take me seriously in these sunglasses. Can they?
It's a bit of like a reflection and it's great. Yes.
Oh, nice. Well, we could definitely make the goal soon. No more. Oh, shit! Crit, yeah, you're supposed to obey the moderator. Dude, the mod said no more. Dude.
That's what I said the other night.
Dude, thank you
Give
so
me a
much.
challenge. I'm gonna make that freaking challenge.
Oh, shit. Oh, all of the hype. Okay, now. Have you got that out of your system, guys? Are we all content? I'm gonna have to do a bunch of shouting once again, and then I think we can move on with the podcast. Holy shit. Okay. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun. Let me just mute myself. And courtesy of Crit Happens Gaming, Short Sleeve, give the dude another shout out, please. Give the dude another shout out.
Those are awesome. Did you make those yourself?
That's one of mine. I do all my own stuff normally.
And yeah, yes, thank you. Oh, another one from Harlot. Oh, yikes. Okay, novel no, courtesy of Crit. Fus Roda! Randomly Heather, hey, you got a sub, courtesy of Crit. Fus Roda! Norad Herded. Fus Roda! The Rusty one. Rusty, how you doing, dude? You got a sub, courtesy of Crit. Fus Roda! Nonsa Jonty. Fus Roda! Let's see. There were more. There was, Harlot. Holy shit, dude. Oh my god. Harlot. You're killing me. You are killing me. Okay, I'm just gonna keep on working my way down. Lizard. Fus Roda! Leet Joe. Fus Rodar. I'm gonna need a glass of water in a second. Know your killer. Fus Rodar. Lord Death 12. Fus Rodar. Eddie Yingst. Fus Rodar. Holy shit. Okay, there's another one. I am Sirwer. Fus Rodar. Oh, there's more. Who else we got? Hugly Ingia. Fus Rodar. Hapshinst. Fus Rodar. Wow, Harlot, how many more are there? That's it. Holy shit. Okay. Seriously, no more. Randomly Heather. Thank you for the follow, girl. Really appreciate that. I gotta keep an eye on the followage too. We're at 1092, guys. For those watching from home. Okay. Let me... Oh, wait. Okay, you guys are back. Hello.
So how's the voice?
Hello.
Do you need to start timing people out, short sleeves? Oh, let's not time people out, but holy shit. Seriously, guys, that is... You're all insane. Insane people. Thank you so much. Holy shit. Wow. Just wow. Oh no, it's okay. I'm just gonna quickly drown my throat in fake sugar, and I think I can continue talking for now. I'm definitely not going to have a voice tomorrow. So people watching my stream tomorrow, I'm sorry. You can blame these guys and Harlot. Boy, oh boy. Kasha, like, how is she in chat right now? That's impressive.
She's invisible.
I don't want to think about it. You can't.
It's a new hat.
Yes, a new hat. It's like an invisibility cloak from Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
That's it. Yeah, she's got the invisibility cloak. Magic. Yeah, she's Harry Potter. Yeah, that's exactly it. Wow.
You're a wizard catcher.
Wow. Okay, let me just give me a second, guys. Woo. That was a hype train. Did we killed the hype train?
Level 5.
We killed the hype train. Well, when I say we, I just sat here shouting. That's you guys. Like, Raptor Nation, take a bow. I think that was predominantly Crit, Kasha, and certainly last but not least, Harlot. Care Bear Stare, I saw you in there, girl. Jesse Knox, I saw you in there, girl. Okay, thank you all. Have I missed anybody? I don't think I have. You guys are absolutely fucking pog. Think you will get some adhesive so it stops slipping. Yes, Crit, you should. You should get some adhesive, my dude. Wow, oh wow. Okay, we've got Kasha back. She's recovering. That was hectic. Oh, Harlot, dude, if you decide to start streaming, you let us know, my guy.
I'll be there.
Wow, oh wow. Speaking of starting streaming, that's a nice segue into our next topic, guys. Since I am wearing my sunglasses, let's talk about an update that we have on Dockwatch. Okay, so filling people in on exactly what the fuck I'm talking about here. So we've talked about this throughout the weeks. Dr. Disrespect, one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, what was it, about 3 weeks ago now, was permanently banned off the platform. Like, completely gone, like wiped off the face of everything. His subs were refunded. Everything. And some sponsors actually removed him for a couple of seconds. Oh, Harlot, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So Harlot's just redeemed the sunglasses off. I appreciate that, dude. So anyway, so that happened. Now, over the space of all this time, we have had very little in communication from Doc, really. We had a tweet from Doc, I don't know, a few days after it all happened, saying, yeah, look, guys, I don't actually know why I've been banned. Twitch haven't told me. But, appreciate all the support. And that was pretty much all that his tweet said. Otherwise, we've had Slasher out there claiming to know the reason, but not being willing to actually report it. And, well, up until this week, we haven't really heard or seen anything else. That is until... oh, Harlot, damn you. Okay, his sunglasses back on. Thank you. Guys, Doc actually made himself available for an interview through the week with PC Magazine. He didn't really give away much. They definitely put some very pressing questions on him. He was there supervised by his publicist. His publicist definitely kept him in check with his responses. But here's what we were able to take out of that interview. For starters, Dr. Disrespect has said himself he will not be returning to Twitch. That he has categorically confirmed. He still claims to not know the reason behind his ban. He claims that Twitch still have not communicated that to him. So that was something that he was pressed on that by the interviewer. He confirmed, no, it is crazy, but no, they haven't told me the exact reason behind the ban. He has said that at the moment he is looking at returning, and he is currently working on just what that looks like, how that happens. Now, those responses have led to some speculation because, of course, on his Twitter, he has actually updated his link from a Twitch link to a YouTube link. So, as I said, that's led to some speculation to say that perhaps the Doc is headed to YouTube. Now, what he did say in the interview is he's not interested in signing on for exclusivity at this point. So maybe in the coming days, weeks, whatever it would be, we might see some Doc streams on YouTube, maybe. Similar to what we saw with Ninja the other day, where Ninja just appeared on YouTube, guys. But so Doc has come out and he's said those things, and for those on Twitter, he has also, he released a video on Twitter. I don't know if you could call it a trailer or not. It's really just a short, it's a silhouette of him standing in an alleyway, some music plays, it's all very awesome and dramatic, but unless he's hidden something in there, and people are, of course, overanalyzing it to try and find clues. To be honest with you, I think it was just an awesome thing that he put out. I don't think there's anything hidden in it. But that's Doc Watch, guys. Thoughts? Any of you guys got some updates or some thoughts on the issue?
I don't have any updates, but I think that's crazy, though, that he's not returning to Twitch. I mean, I understand why he doesn't want to, but that's crazy, though. And he still doesn't even know why. Yeah, it's absolutely fucking insane. I find it really hard to really digest that, because you're talking about a guy that has 3 million followers on this platform. And that's just followers. Like, you can only imagine how much revenue they receive through the people that subscribe to him, and his ad roll and everything like that. Like, this is a big whale for Twitch, so to speak. At a time when everyone else was signing over to Mixer and YouTube and whatnot, Twitch were able to lock down Doc on the contract that he was on. So he obviously did mean something to the platform. So I don't know if I
disbelieve Doc when he says he hasn't heard the reason, or if I just find it incredible that you would make a move like that to remove, like I said, a big whale from your platform, and not even sort of provide a reason for it. That doesn't wash. What do you think, Crit? I can see your face.
Yeah. I think it's more legal side of things. Like, he was in the process of signing a big contract with Twitch. Like, they're not going to do something that's going to potentially cost them millions of dollars at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, signing it would have cost them millions of dollars over the period of whatever the contract was.
Oh,
but at the end of the day, they're also not going to then go for damage, basically risk damages and everything else on the legal side of things.
Absolutely.
I think they actually have provided the details, but Doc's keeping it very hush-hush for legal reasons. Claiming, I haven't been told.
Yes, and quickly...
Check your junk mail, maybe the email's there.
Quickly. What a mutt. Thank you very much for the raid, and welcome, raiders. Hope you're enjoying the podcast and what you've watched so far. Now, I saw a point in chat. Now, who was it that said it? I'm sorry, I can't find it again. But somebody... Oh, here we go. Randomly Heather said, when asked if it was due to sexual harassment, he didn't say no. He said he'd heard the speculation. Correct, Heather. Now, I'd like to expand on that, because what he actually did say, verbatim, was he wasn't going to contribute to the speculation. He said that he has heard and read all of the conspiracy theories and he's not going to add to them, was his response. He wouldn't confirm or deny anything in those senses. They were asking if it was, related to this, related to that, and he said, look, I'm not going to add to any conspiracy theories or speculation. And that's all that he said. Which, if anyone's ever watched a Doc stream, the guy spits nothing but conspiracy theories. So it's pretty funny to get a response like that from him. But I'm with you there, Kriya. I think if he's serious, if he thinks that he hasn't had a reason from Twitch, I think maybe check his junk folder on the emails. It might be sitting in there. Oh boy, Crit! What the hell, dude? Oh, yikes! Okay, what am I? And I'm actually just saying the name. I'm not saying that Crit's a mutt. But okay, let me mute myself from you guys once again, very very quickly. Crit's in just a foul mood. He's just throwing all of these really, really amazing gift subs
Your glasses, Kasha.
at us like a crazy person. And boy, let me just get this out of my system. Here it comes. What a mutt. Courtesy of Crit happens. Make sure you say a very special thanks to him. Fus Rota! Oh boy. Wait, what? We missed one? What? What did I miss? Let me unmute. What did I miss, Crit?
I said nothing.
Oh, okay.
Except I did this. Bye.
Okay. Alright. Cheers, witty tough guy. Okay, so coming back to Doc's Twitch ban. So, all crazy stuff. Guys, what are your thoughts on what happens next with Doc? Do you think he has said he intends to return as, the character and everything like that? What do you think he does?
YouTube.
Yeah.
Facebook gaming.
Now...
Wait, who?
Or he might even
I'm like, what?
to that new Google Spotify one.
I've heard, there've been rumours about that. I don't know. It'd be interesting. If you were wanting to launch something like that. Perhaps you do use someone that has that kind of following. But Facebook gaming. It's a funny thought, isn't it? Like, you think about the people that are still on Facebook right now. Watching a guy like
Hilarious.
Dr. Disrespect, like, yeah, it's hilarious.
You talk with the likes of Ninja. They could have gone mixer straight to Facebook Gaming with the merge. They didn't.
They didn't, yeah.
Mhm.
And they were offered double
Very true.
their existing mixer contract to go on to Facebook Gaming.
That's a lot of bread.
That it is, like, you know, it's a lot long term.
It
I
is.
guess they were happy to take the 30 mil in the bank for 8 months of work and walk away from that. And yeah, what we know about those negotiations at the moment, guys, is that Twitch and YouTube aren't actually willing to splash as much, probably not to the point that they were hoping they would. Like, the big contracts aren't there waiting for them. Twitch in particular, they seem to be taking a line of, well, we're actually doing fine without you, Ninja, so go where you want to, mate. We're not going
also a case
to break
of,
the bank.
Once bitten, twice shy.
Oh yeah.
Like, Ninja up and left one time. What's to stop him up and leaving? Something else comes up, like a Google Spotify thing. What's to stop Ninja? And then basically walking away from Twitch again, they've put a whole bunch of investment back into him.
Mm-hmm.
And they get gnawed out of it.
Yeah, precisely. It's like, sure, you bring viewers and everything like that, but, you know, we've got enough viewers. Like, yeah, I don't actually know if he does come back here. I think perhaps he does go to YouTube or somewhere else. Shroud, maybe. We might see Shroud come back here. We'll see. But, yeah, anyway, what I also wanted to touch on while we're talking about Doc and Doc's updates, something that has been irking me, something chronic, where the few sort of updates that we've had on Twitter, and that's where we see this information come from Doc. He tweets from his official Twitter, and every single time we get a reply from Amaranth advertising her stream. Now, I just can't get my head around it. Guys, I have like a million theories that run through all at the one time. You know, because obviously, you know, with all the mystery that surrounds the Doc ban, and the time at which it happened, there are people speculating that there's a Me Too movement relationship between the ban and you know that. But yeah, I don't know. It's just super cringy to see Amaranth, or just any streamer, but particularly someone like Amaranth, promoting their stream in a reply on a Doc tweet. What do you take away from it, Crit?
Well, publicity is publicity. At the end of the day, this big exposure, you put your link there, people are going to click on it.
Well, it's funny, isn't it? Because she's not exactly like a small-time streamer herself. Like, she has an audience. Boy, oh boy. Cash, what did you think about it?
Well, I mean, like we were saying earlier about Kanye, you know, any publicity is like publicity, you know? Like, she's piggybacking for clout and trying to poach, you know, from his fan base of 3 million on Twitch, which, like, makes sense, yeah, but do you really want to be seen as someone that does that? Because there are a lot of people, like as you said, it's cringy. Like, in the light of the situation that's happening, he's just been banned. No one knows why he's been banned. Like, why are you piggybacking off that? Like, leave the man alone.
I think it's also the fact, too, when people have negative stuff talked about them, they're more likely to come up in search results, so it brings their search stuff up, too. So she really doesn't care whether it affects her negatively or not. Like you guys said, it's all publicity.
Yeah. It is, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to, like, try and bash up on her or anything like that, guys, but it is kind of frustrating if that is indeed the angle that she takes in doing something like that. Because Amaranth would be the first person that is then also on stream raging about people that, you know, have a problem with, you know, what they call Twitch thoughts. And certainly, given some of her activity on stream, she sits within that demographic of people that get called that. So she'd be the first person to have a problem with toxicity, within a certain community on Twitch, and then, behaves in that way. Comes across to me as someone that would like to have their cake and eat it too. But anyway.
Definitely.
Hey, she obviously does well doing what she does. So it is what it is. Guys, moving on to something that's got me hella excited. We had, during the week, a trailer for a game. And that game turned out to be Far Cry 6. Holy fucking shit. Now, give people a background. If you've never heard of Far Cry somehow, Far Cry is it's a series of games, been in the running for a few years now. Obviously, we're up to the point where they've made 6 of them, so they must be a decent game, right? Of course they are. Your boy especially, look, here's the deal. Probably one of the best games, in my opinion, that you can play to this day still is Far Cry 3. The important thing to note with Far Cry games is this. You get absolutely excellent characters. You get absolutely excellent gameplay and development and mechanics and everything like that. Awesome maps. But yeah, no, it's the characters that I come from. The villains in particular. If you have a memorable villain in anything, movie, story, game, that's, it's invaluable. It's invaluable. Far Cry 3 in particular. If you've never checked it out, go and play Far Cry 3. The villain in it, to this day, still stands up as just one of the best villains in anything, all time. So we've had a couple of games since. They have held up pretty well. Bar Far Cry Primal, I think it was called, where you went back to the prehistoric era or whatever it was. So in the main series of games, Far Cry 4, very good. Far Cry 5, very good again. A lot of memeable moments in that game. And an interesting sort of premise. I think it was a religious extremist sect within the United States, and they had like their own sort of cult village or some shit. Very, very different. They always do try to differentiate their settings in the games, which is rare when you've made so many games. It's hard to like jazz it up a bit. So this week we see there's a Far Cry 6. Guys, have you checked out the trailer? What are your thoughts, having unpacked it?
I think it looks beautifully designed.
What was that? Sorry, Crit?
Who gives a grenade to a child?
Oh.
That's just asking for it. That's just explosive.
Well, it really paints the picture as to what you can expect. From this dude, and he's certainly painted to be the main villain. Now, I don't know. Someone obviously contradict me if I've understood this wrong. The main villain seems to be the father of the protagonist. Is that?
That's the same way I saw it, but I also then got a feeling of Just Cause. Like, Rico coming in to actually blow up that statue.
That's a...
Crossmatch game, anyone?
Sorry?
A basic crossover game, anyone?
I mean, it's not completely unheard of, is it? Are those properties owned by the same studio? I don't think they are, but... No. if you can have, Marvel versus Capcom, maybe you can have... crossover between Just Cause and Far Cry. Something tells me probably not, but we can hope. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Cash. It does look very pretty, very, very pretty. In terms of its development and everything like that. I don't know. Far Cry games are generally pretty okay. There are some bugs in them, but what game doesn't have a couple of glitches here and there?
Wasn't it Far Cry 4 where you could get the achievement for finishing it on the hardest difficulty Well, they patched it by literally just staying in that room waiting for him to come back, and you'd finish the game and get the achievement.
Yes, absolutely. It's been notorious for things like that happen. I think I've seen, if you have yourself a few hours to kill, just YouTube Far Cry 4, I think it is, or Far Cry 5, and like I said, so many memeable moments. I think I saw one time where someone was riding a quad bike, and they'd stopped on the top of a hill, and then a bear had glitch flew into them and killed them. Not mauled them. No, it was literally flying through the air. So, oh, what a way to go! What a way to go! But
That'd be unbearable.
oh no, and that's a cringe moment, guys. Cringe in chat.
Literally, like, it looked like the door was kicked in, but it's just a fucking bear. And just wanders into the house like nothing's wrong. It's like, what the fuck? Imagine that happening.
But yeah, do you think we can expect the game that we see in the trailer with this? Like, is it safe to say perhaps that, yeah, we're not going to have a scenario here where we have this gorgeous looking game in a trailer and then all of a sudden everything sort of gets tempered down for the hardware later?
But was it purely a cinematic trailer, or is it an actual gameplay trailer? Because that's how you can tell.
It was cinematic, yeah. We haven't seen a gameplay look just yet, but fight a dragon.
I think it's gonna come out beautifully.
I think it's really gonna depend on like the actual performance of next gen consoles. It's like, yeah, they've given the specs, but how is it actually gonna run games like?
Well,
are they overstep, like making us have these high expectations, and then there's not gonna be a difference between like the actual visual quality come release.
You mean like Watch Dogs?
Yeah, that Watch Dogs hurt a lot, and that was kind of what I had in mind when I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh yeah, like Watch Dogs looked amazing when it was announced, and then yeah, what we got is definitely wound down. And yeah, what I'm skeptical about this with this in particular, guys, and maybe this is something that I'm just going to be worried about at the moment with newly announced games as we're going into the next gen of consoles. I think I am worried that this is a game that is made for the next gen of consoles. But if you were looking at picking it up on the current gen, how's it going to run? That's kind of what I was sort of wondering myself, because what we know currently with Cyberpunk 2077. And, I swear, we've never had a podcast where I don't bring this game up. I'm so excited for it. But yes, Cyberpunk 2077, what we know from CD Projekt Red is they are delaying the release of the game to address some performance issues because of problems they're having with the game running on older hardware, particularly in the Xbox, is what most rumors seem to suggest. But yeah, what they're saying is, okay, we don't like how our game runs on the current gen of consoles, effectively. So they are still tweaking it, and that's what's holding up the release, and that's why it keeps on getting pushed back and back and back. Yeah, so you have a problem. Yeah. Sorry.
It's important to ensure though that they do exactly that. They don't want to release a half-cooked game. And like as a long-term Cyberpunk fan myself, from the tabletop side, like you don't want to damage what little is already there in relation to a Cyberpunk. There's actual Cyberpunk game frame. You want to make sure that you're actually giving people the best experience possible, and bring more people in. Because if they damage it, they're also going to damage the Cyberpunk Red release as well. You don't want to kill two birds with one stone in this case.
And they have been hyping Cyberpunk up now
for so long. Oh, they don't want to screw it up. Absolutely. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we see that, and Cash, you've said before, and I think we can all agree, CD Projekt Red are actually a good studio. You can trust them to when they release a game, it's going to be good. They're not going to, unleash a half-cooked game onto us. And that's what I'm saying. Okay, so that's what's happening over there with that property, something that they've been working on for very long, as you said, Cash. So you've got that. Now look at all these other games, including, Far Cry 6, which is what we're talking about today, obviously. Yeah. Should we be worried that that's what's going on over there? And, they're just going to push ahead and give us, the game's going to be really an inferior looking thing on current gen, but, the game itself will have been made for the next gen. And, perhaps the response we ended up getting is something that we've heard before. Well, if you want it to look the way it was intended, then, play it on the next gen of consoles. Do you think that is going... I'm not saying that happens with this game, but do you think maybe that's an attitude that we just see with some of these new releases as they start rolling out at the moment?
Possibly.
It is Ubisoft.
Yeah,
I think there'll be companies, especially like Activision, that will be like that. Because, they care more about money than their actual player base.
Yeah.
There are a lot of companies out there, EA being a prime example.
Oh, EA, yeah.
Everyone's like, yup.
Yeah, I don't know. I just got I felt a strange disturbance in the force, as if out there 41 voices all cried out at once. EA, ah! Oh boy. Well, Srenna, what were your thoughts?
On the whole topic of everything, well, I think that we definitely will see a downgrade in the consoles that we have now. Definitely into the future, we'll have to be spending the extra money in order, like on the newer consoles, in order to get that actual gameplay that they want. I feel like that's where their money's gonna come in, is where they hit people hard like that. Like, yes, gamers might not like it, but they're gonna look at it in the long run. People are gonna end up getting the consoles anyway, so why not do that?
Why not indeed? At the end of the day, unfortunately, game studios aren't run like game studios anymore. They certainly do tend to be geared towards being run like a business. And I suppose that's why you see less of them closing down, maybe, or less of them getting sold or bought up, because they've seen what happens if you don't. You tend to get swallowed by the studios that do run themselves like a business, or you do close down, a la Telltale. Very good making company. Didn't make any money making games. So, yeah.
I'll be honest. I'll only get the new Xbox for two things. If Halo Infinite isn't announced for PC, or if they release a Halo console. Otherwise, I'm not even going to bother getting the next gen because...
It's just more of the same.
Really? Yeah, like... I've got 3 fucking Xboxes. Do I really... Well, wait, 4 Xboxes. Do I need another one?
Well, that is...
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that seems to be very much attuned towards, Sony with the PlayStation 5. And I think Sony know that. Because obviously with, their recent, launch and everything, they put a huge emphasis on their first-party titles, like their exclusives. The reasons why you want to buy a PlayStation 5. And I think it was important for them to do that with their marketing, because otherwise the discussion, at least within the PlayStation community, has been, probably the biggest perk to come out of the PlayStation 5 and what had most people excited was this. It's going to be able to play previous gen games, back through to the PlayStation 1. But the discussion would always go the same way around that. Yes, that is exciting. Sure, you get to play all your old titles. Tell you what, playing a legendary PlayStation 2 game, for me and for a lot of people, That's not worth $1,000. A lot of people are going to say it. Sorry, but I'm not forking out $1,000 just so that I can play Star Wars Battlefront 2 from the PlayStation 2. Again, on, on my current gen console. I think I'll just get an emulator or something.
Backwards
Yeah,
compatible at all?
Sorry?
Like, does it have any? No.
So from what I've seen, the 5 and the 4, I've been trying to play Metal Gear Solid 4 for years now.
Oof.
If I want to do it, I've got to go and find my PlayStation 3, plug it in, just for the one game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a controller? Because I have a PS3 without a controller. It works.
I have 2.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as
Dude,
Crit.
I find it funny that PS4 doesn't have backwards compatibility because Xbox One does.
Yeah, no, yeah, they never did. Yeah, it was the same PlayStation One.
Like, even with the PS3s, there were certain models that were backwards compatible, but then like the slimmer versions weren't, and it's like, why would you take that away from? Like, why offer that option with like a first run and then take it away with an updated model?
Yeah.
Well, the PlayStation 3 was bad at backwards compatibility, though. I played one game, it was a cricket game or something like that. You couldn't run between the wickets. Like, that's not the game.
It tried its best. It tried.
Well, weirdly, in terms of hardware, like the PlayStation 2 by far has been the biggest upgrade that I think I can remember seeing in a console. Like if you go from the PlayStation 1 to the PlayStation 2, like that was massive. So it never surprised me that when you bought yourself a PlayStation 2, yeah, like you wouldn't be looking at PlayStation 1 games on it. But yeah, it is funny, yeah. PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 3, really, there wasn't that big of a jump. Like, yeah, there was a jump, but it wasn't that big to the point where, you didn't have backwards compatibility. But, yeah, so I know what you mean, Cash. And that's exactly why I am very much like Crit. I've got a PlayStation 3 laying around because there are just some legendary PlayStation 3 games. One of them, well, you can actually get Far Cry 3 on the PlayStation Store now. So, yeah, that I don't know. I still play my copy of Far Cry 3 on PlayStation 3. The other one is, of course, NCAA football. They stopped making those games a long time ago, during that particular gen. So, yeah, I've got the last copy of NCAA football that was made. And, yeah, I jump on that every once in a while, play that. But, yeah, otherwise, like, yeah, again, as I said, I've still got my PlayStation 3 sitting there. There's only one game that I can think of previous gen that I would really want to jump into. And that, as I touched on it earlier, the original Star Wars Battlefront 2, which was on the PlayStation 2. But yeah, not worth $1,000, upgrading my console to do that. But yeah. So that was an important thing for Sony, as I was saying, guys, marketing-wise, differentiating the old console from the new. Well, okay, if you buy a PlayStation 5, you can look forward to all of these properties, I think Spider-Man, which is a very, very good game, very, very successful, exclusive property that, Sony brought out on the PlayStation 4. Absolutely legendary. On the PlayStation 5, the game gets, well, it looks like it's going to be an expansion circling around Miles Morales. So that's pretty epic. You look at that, and if you played Spider-Man and you enjoyed it, which most PlayStation owners do and did, then you go, well, okay, that is a nice sweetener if I want to get a PlayStation 5. A bunch of other things. Crash Bandicoot's coming back. He's got a 4th game coming out. All that sort of stuff. Yeah, very, very good sweeteners, if you're wanting to upgrade. I'm not seeing that. In fact, I'm not really seeing much noise at all made by Microsoft marketing the new Xbox. Is that just because I have my head in a PlayStation cloud, or are they actually being quiet?
No, so because obviously with E3 being cancelled, I believe they're doing some release thing for Halo soon. So that's probably going to be when they spill the beans about everything. It's like, but with Microsoft, they don't really need to market as much as Sony when you think about it, because they don't just have Xbox, they've got PC. And they have just dropped Halo 3 on PC as well now. So, you know, like, they've kind of got both sides of that. Whereas Sony, when it comes to gaming, they've only got their console. So,
like you think years ago, Sony was in music, they were in TVs, like they had their hand in a lot of pies. Nowadays, they've got like, that market of what they were doing has shrunk down quite considerably.
Oh yeah.
But like even when I was keeping up with everything because I was working in the industry, you would always hear a lot more from Sony than you would from Microsoft. Like Microsoft, especially, so when there was Project Scarlet and Project Scorpio, which was basically the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, you heard a lot more from Sony initially. And like when the Xbox One X came out, it kind of just showed up one day in our pre-order screen. Microsoft did a little thing on it. It was released, and then all of a sudden Sony was immediately like, oh my god, PS4 Pro, PS4 Pro, PS4 Pro, like, whereas Microsoft did a lot less.
Yeah, I do remember that. I kind of wondered whether they maybe were still a bit shook by the nightmare that was the unveiling of the Xbox One too. Like, I seem to remember it going like this way, right? You know, Microsoft announced all of the great new features that players could look forward to on the Xbox One. And of course, everybody hated them. And they were, just completely slammed and flamed and panned.
So much before release.
It did, absolutely. And here was the thing though, how that narrative seemed to go for me was, you know, oh, we've got this, and this. And then folks would be, you know, everyone, media, gamers, everyone would be like, oh, the Xbox has got all of this shit. And Sony's job was made very easy for them. They'd simply just have to say, well, no, the PlayStation 5 does not... Oh, sorry, the PlayStation 4 does not have that. And an immediate marketing win. Their job was done for them. And I don't know, I was just wondering to myself, seeing how much noise was being made by Sony with the PS5, you know, announcements and stuff, whether Microsoft maybe were just sort of trying to hold back a little bit, you know, feeling as though, well, you know what, maybe with this gen we'll just shut up a little bit. Because last time we made some noise, it didn't go so well.
Sony comes out with a PS4. Hey guys, look at this brand new console. We've got everything, and you can buy it today. Microsoft walk over and go, yeah guys, we did a thing.
But my expectation is when Microsoft do their online thing, they are going to talk features of the new Xbox. Like, they have released, it looks like they've released the specs. I presume they will talk about the features, because Microsoft, like, a massive example is the Xbox One, when they announced all the bullshit, like, oh, you have to be online to play your games, can't share discs anymore because it's like blah, 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 blah. And the outrage that came from gamers from that, because it's like, so we have to take our console, we can't borrow games, we have to always be online, what if we don't have internet? And they did change those features. And now, like, I only need to be online for games that I've purchased through the Microsoft Store, which kind of makes sense. I hate it, but it kind of makes sense. And obviously online for online games. So they did change those features because of the outrage that happened. So my assumption is they're going to explain the features of the new Xbox and then hear what the community has to say about it and then make changes depending on that.
Absolutely. And what I've seen a lot of in chat, guys, is and I agree with what chat is saying. So more or less what they've been pointing out. At the moment they're talking about who owns Sony, vice versa. But what they had been saying is that with the cancellation in E3, of course we're going to see a lot less around these sorts of announcements and things like that. Very true. What really, really irks me about that is without E3, we don't get an ES6 or any form of Bethesda update. So we're left still speculating. And unfortunately, outside of E3, you don't really hear much from our guy Todd and Bethesda when it comes to their upcoming games. So, oh, rip. Yeah, sorry, Cash.
Like dropping it next year, I doubt we're going to hear from Bethesda. But I do think it would be a bit silly of them to not run their own little online thing like other companies have been doing. Because, you know, give some insight into your game, build the hype for it. Otherwise, people are going to forget about it. Cyberpunk is going to overtake you. Like, I'm looking for Cyberpunk. I'm looking for Cyberpunk than Elder Scrolls 6 because, one, I know more about it. Two, it's dropping in fucking November. And three, like, we don't even have a date for Elder Scrolls.
Well, yeah, honestly, I think that ES6 is, well, it's not on the back burner, but I don't think their focus is on ES6 at the moment at all. For starters, they've confirmed as much. Their calendar does prioritise Starfield as the EP that they're releasing next. And that's from primary sources that have confirmed that. I think you've actually raised a really, really interesting, very good point, though. What do we know about Starfield right now? And that is very much a property. If that is indeed their intention, is to release Starfield ahead of ES6, that is a property that is going to come into competition with Cyberpunk. Just based on what we do know about it, it's supposed to be some sort of space RPG. That's all that we really do know about Starfield at the moment. So, you know, a Bethesda space RPG, probably, if they don't market it properly, is going to get washed away by a very, very, well, not overhyped, very hyped, very highly anticipated, and what looks like will be a high quality game in Cyberpunk 2077. You know, and we know that Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out before Starfield. Yeah, as you sort of point out.
This is the first I'm hearing of Starfield, so.
Thank you. I'm just Googling my way, and their website. It's just a black screen that says Starfield on it. Doesn't say anything about the game, but you can watch the trailer.
Yeah, and I don't know. I hope this is wrong. I hope actually things start heating up very soon from a marketing perspective. But what it just feels like, Bethesda have never actually really marketed their games all that hugely because they've relied on...
Hold on. Fallout 76.
Well. Okay, how much did you know about Fallout 76 before it was announced at the E3?
Before it was plastered over every bus and every wall and every...
Well, no. So that came after E3. They used that. Yeah, that's kind of my deal, right? Like, they announced it at E3. And you know, at that stage, it was, you know, a couple of months out, maybe not even that. And then, that's sort of my deal, though. Like, they don't pre-market these games. Nobody knew that Fallout 76 existed until the E3 announcement happened. And
I think after we were still scratching our head.
And that's sort of the thing. Like, and it's funny that you mentioned that because if that was a game that wasn't Fallout 76, let's, you know, for argument's sake, let's just pretend that was the Elder Scrolls 6 game. Okay, and that was something that was being speculated because before that time, here's the deal. Bethesda didn't actually really give any inclination as to what they were doing. They weren't very transparent with fans. They didn't do announcements. They didn't say, okay, well, we're going to be announcing our upcoming EP and it's this later in the year. No, they didn't do that. They still don't seem to do that. What they do is they just show up at E3 and they go, this game, and you know, in the past that's worked. That's how we learned of Skyrim, right? Skyrim got announced at E3, and it was just the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. And then it came out like very shortly after, and it was glorious. It was wonderful. So when they do it, based on what we have historically known as a Bethesda game, it works. It works because the game lives up to the hype that their community builds up around them. But here's the thing, Bethesda aren't today what they were back then. People have suffered through Fallout 76 now. So, and that's why I say I hope that that's not what they're doing, because, in the past it worked. They would allow their community to speculate and just be hyped for an announcement and then make the announcement, and they thought that they'd just be able to sell us anything that way. Not so much anymore. So, Bethesda, Todd, my guy, you know you're my guy. I know you're watching. He's definitely not. But hear us, dude. You gotta market these games differently.
It also comes down to that, basically, the whole taking your time to release a game properly.
Oh my god.
Just going, hey, look, here's the game. And splattering up against the wall. And bus and everything else in between.
Absolutely. It could, yes. And Jesse Knox in chat, very, very, very true. It could have been something glorious. What we're seeing, people who are still playing or people who have since jumped into Fallout 76, it has just had a pretty decent update. It looks like some semblance of a good game, actually. Weirdly enough, the same thing happened with Elder Scrolls Online when it was launched. I don't know, it didn't get as much hate. But Elder Scrolls Online wasn't actually very good at all when it came out, and then over time they developed it, and if you jump in there now, it's actually pretty fun. Fallout 76, perhaps it goes that way, but as you said, Crit, that's not how you release a game. Or if you actually like the people that play your games, that's not how you should be treating them. 110%.
Because if you treat your paying customer badly and you release complete and utter rubbish, they're not going to be a paying customer for much longer.
Well, that's exactly right. And unfortunately, it just comes off the wrong way. Like, we had that treatment from Hello Games, right? With No Man's Sky. An indie publisher, seemingly poor old Sean Murray just got caught up in all the hype and didn't know how to say no to anyone. So
that's exactly it.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened there, right? So and those that weren't just keen on hating somebody, could see that and you just go, okay, well, that's fine. You fixed it now, so thank you very much, Hello Games, for fixing the colossal mess that was the release of No Man's Sky. It took a couple of years, but you got there. So that's how you digest that. But when it comes from a big studio like Bethesda, it comes across a different way. Perhaps it is the same. Perhaps it's the same scenario. I don't know. I don't think it is. But it comes across as a big studio that just think that they can, wrap a piece of a turd in tinfoil and sell it, as something valuable. You know what I mean? That's how it comes across. When
you can only polish it so much before it just crumbles.
Exactly. What I mean to anyone that didn't understand that very terrible metaphor is this. It comes across as a big studio thinking because they are a big studio and they've made good games that they can suddenly, sell us shit and think that we'll just buy it as if it's good. It's a Bethesda game. Yeah, it's Fallout. We've got to get in on that because, there were Fallout games beforehand that were good, so obviously we got to pick this one up. Sassy brings up Apple in chat. That's a discussion for another.
Exactly what the case is.
That is a discussion for another day, girl. Holy shit. That's a whole nother podcast. In fact, let me slate that in for Raptor Pen number 7. In fact, speaking of podcasts, guys, let's change the tune a little bit here. We've been talking a lot about console gaming, and being a console gamer, I could talk about that until the cows come home. Let's change it up a little bit though. Let's talk a little bit now on some tabletop gaming. In particular, given that we've got a resident tabletop gaming expert joining us today. I I thought that it would be great to go into, in particular, D&D or Dungeons and Dragons. For those of you joining us from home that don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Crit, can you take... Yeah, I wanted to talk specifically... Well, we can talk about the game in general. I wanted to talk specifically about Oracle of War today. That's what I put on the list, but... Take us through Dungeons and Dragons. What is it? Why is it? And why do we care? Why is it so fun?
It's like the ultimate MMO. It's probably the current version, the current edition is it is literally the biggest MMO you can think of, because all it is someone is the guy that's running it, or the girl that's running it, or whoever is running it. They're the ones creating the world.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. So, talk us through the format. So you have, like, as you said, a person comes up with the game that you're playing, isn't it?
So you normally have, like, you're basically your game master as such. I don't like the term dungeon master. It's aged, and it's aged poorly. Because a lot of the people that do run like D&D games, like myself, I've also run Cyberpunk, World of Darkness. I've run a whole bunch of different other games as well. I don't want to be a VM and a this and them and the best. I like just being GM.
No, I dig that.
And that's exactly it, Harlot. It is only limited to the GMs, basically where the GM goes. You've got good GMs. You have not so good GMs, but the games are still like structured in the same way. At the end of the day, you've got one GM. You've got a series of players, normally between 4 and 6 ish. If you start going more than 6, then you start running the issue of things taking too long, people getting bored, and it's not a fun time. I ran a table of 10 people. One round of combat should take like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It took an hour. One round of combat.
That's crazy.
It was ridiculous. So I went, you know what? I need to go pruning, and they became 6 again.
Oh, so the issue was in your players. So there's actually... Yeah, I don't know, because it's something that I haven't got into. I was saying to you before the podcast, actually, I would love to actually get into it and play a game. But yeah, what I understand is, as you said, there's a lot behind it. You create a character, they have like base attributes and skills and everything like that. And then to determine your success at any given action or thing, you roll a die.
Correct.
Yeah, so is there a level, with that, I don't know, it seems to me like a chance sort of thing, and that seems fun. But from what you just mentioned to me, it actually requires some level of skill to be a player, or... Yeah, I don't know, like, when you say that you
basically take the mindset of that character. Like, probably a good example last night with my little halfling barbarian. He's utterly insane. He'll go running into a darkened room, not knowing what is there. He's run into a few doors in the process as well. But it's a case of, like, as a player, the whole reason you're there is to basically to become that character.
That's interesting.
I'm 6'1". I was playing a 2'7" guy last night.
All right.
I had trouble reaching the top shelf.
So, okay, so it comes down to more around, a person's ability to adapt to a character.
Yeah,
perhaps.
exactly.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
How well or how poorly you do is purely a dice roll. I don't know how many times I've actually gone, all right, I'm going to do this. I roll a 1.
Oh, yes.
Like, I'm going to go walk down the corridor. You take 3 steps, you suddenly slide on a slip patch, you fall flat in your ass. It's win or lose by the dice.
Yep.
It's actually a really, really interesting format. Like for me anyway. Now, you mentioned that, like, you know, one's a fail. Am I correct? What I understand is you do have, like, as I said, you have base attributes. And so let's just say walking was your, like, I don't know, something that you're really focused on as a base attribute. I don't know. I clearly have no idea here. But whatever base stat helps you walk better, you've maxed that out as a base stat or something. If you then roll a 1, the 1 is added on top of your base stat. Is that how that works?
Correct.
Yeah, so even if you roll a 1, maybe you don't slip over and you just, like, stumble or some shit. I don't know.
No, normally you'd still that's why they call it a critical failure.
Oh, okay. So just don't roll a 1 regardless.
In 99% of the time, basically, you're ending up with a wet butt.
Gotcha. Well, I learned something new today. So take me through Oracle of War. Now, what I understand is, so it kind of deviates from just what is D&D. It forms, it's a campaign within the Adventure series.
So the Adventures League, yep.
Yeah, sorry, Adventures League. The Adventures League, we were talking about this before the podcast. So, the Adventures League introduces rules on top of how a campaign can be run, or what's allowed to happen, where folks are allowed to go, those sorts of things. And that's what differentiates it in a lot of ways from just, you know, playing a game with your buds. Would that be a fair? Yeah.
Because Adventures League it's more designed for the ability you can take what they call compliant character and actually walk into any Adventures League game and just go bang, you're straight in. Where with, like, for example, if Cash was running a game and then you came over to my table, I might say, okay, I need you to re-roll your statistics to make sure that they're actually compliant for basically the rules that I use.
I
so
see.
there can be that slight variation on, like, build rules, that sort of thing. Adventures League basically keeps it very structured, and basically you can walk game to game to game with the same character, and it just works.
Gotcha. So your characters in Adventures League are more or less like a plug and play sort of deal. Like, yeah, they can just go from campaign to campaign. How does that work? So let's just say I take it out of Adventures League and assume that you and Cash run, like, the same sort of shit as GMs. I'm going to get in the habit of calling them GMs because I don't know, I always hear it referred to as a DM. I've always thought it was weird, but I just, you know, I'm a sheep. Because when I hear DM, I think of direct message, right? So GMs. Okay, so as GMs, you have the same set of rules for your campaigns, right? So I go and play a campaign with Cash as my GM, and then I head on over to you. How does that work? Does so every whatever progression my character has made, and any gear and shit, does that come with me from one game to another? Like, does he carry that stuff over?
Generally not.
No.
Because the main reason for it is, like, for example, Cash may be running a game where you've had 10 magic items, and I'm running a level 1 game where you're starting out as an adventurer. You're not going to have those 10 magical items.
Of course not.
But you also might be level, say, 10 in Cash's game. So you're considered a seasoned adventurer as opposed to a rookie.
Yeah, gotcha. So
so it's okay. So you just make those very slight adjustments sort of thing, and
yeah. So if you're if you're the new guy in one adventure, then you're the new guy. But let's just say if I was a character in Cash's games, I that stuff would carry over that way. Is that how? Yeah. I just because I know that there's characters out there, and I've heard references in pop culture. People talk about, like, a seasoned veteran character or something like that. How do you get there? How does that work?
Well, if you've got, like, for example, I've got characters that I've played for years now that I'll go, okay, that will actually work for that character, where I won't actually take them back in time, and I'll keep that progression going. And that's just about sitting down with the GM and saying, okay, I've got this character. Here's all their details. Can I bring them in? It's at the end of the day, it's all about communication.
Well, that's
Just sitting down, having a quick chat, going, hey, I want to do this. Are you happy with me to do that? Like, I know myself. It would literally be just re-roll your numbers. Just give me the 6 dice roll, and you're good as gold.
And off you go. Damn. Can you imagine that? Like, I don't know. It's amazing for me. As we said, guys, I'm obviously a console gamer, so this is all, like, new to me. Can you imagine just, like, picking up a game like, I don't know, Skyrim, for instance, and then, you know, being able to say to Todd, hey, so I'd like for my character to be able to do this.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, you know, obviously when you play an RPG like that, you can customize your character to the extent that the game allows you to, and that's about it. You can have like this or you can have that. But yeah, it sounds like you're given more or less a sandbox in that sense when you play D&D.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, at least in your format. I guess with Adventures League, they scale it back to be more like that that RPG sort of element that I was talking about. With like, you know, you can have phase 1 or you can have phase 2 and so on and so forth.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so Oracle of War is a new campaign that's come to Adventures League. That obviously is something that is fluent. That happens a lot. Outside of Adventures League, do you find new campaigns released or new content that gets released just for the game as a whole, or does that tend to only come focused on that structure that is Adventures League?
Well, they actually do. Wizards of the Coast release a whole bunch of things, but also you do get your basically like me, GMs that have been doing it a long time, where they actually go and write content. They'll actually go write a campaign, and they'll go sell it on a website. You can pick it up and you can go run it, sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So that's absolutely amazing. And I have seen, well, what I've seen is actually they're published as fan fictions, but they seem to be actual content that has been written by a GM, and it's been so good that they've gone and, you know, sold it as like a actual written property, or, you know, released it as a written property out of D&D, which I guess there's some really creative people out there. So do you have much experience doing that? Is that what you write for your streams, Crit? Your own content?
Prep-wise, I'll write it. I'll normally just have a series of just like notes, like this is this NPC, this is this, and it's just more so names. And I'm a wing it kind of guy, especially with a lot of the homebrew stuff. I'll build a map and then go, all right, now what am I going to put in it? But probably one of the more famous ones recently is the Critical Role release.
Ooh.
Where they actually released their part of their campaign, the Tal'Dorei campaign, out into the wider market.
That's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Just quickly, Crit, in chat, we've had a sub come through from Scythe. Scythe, how you going, girl? I hope you're having a good afternoon. I'm going to quickly mute you guys and just acknowledge this for a second. Boy, oh boy. Scythe! We were having a nice discussion until you came along. I'm totally joking, girl. Seriously, really appreciate you. You already know what's about to happen. Yay, 2 months? Yes, absolutely. Oh my god, yes. Yes. You're on a streak. You're on a streak. Oh, no disruption at all. No disruption at all. But hey, I am going to shout at you. Scythe. So, you know, get ready. Here it comes. Fus! Roda! Really appreciate it. Oh boy. Yes, hello Curse, how you doing? Okay.
And then class, like, you get certain perks from certain races that go on top of that. So, like a drow, as a main example, they're elves from underground. So they don't like sunlight, but you also get to have essentially dark vision. And it's great.
That's awesome.
That's nuts.
It's like great.
But they're also extremely racist.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So with races and things like that, you do have like sort of preset characteristics that come with that, right? So like I think I had read somewhere like they're actually called like a dragonborn, but not to be confused with, you know, the Fusro-Da dragonborn, but they're an actual dragon person.
Yeah.
Like they're a lizard man or something. A characteristic that they have is that they're proud. They're exceptionally proud sort of folk. So is that... Oh, I could be wrong now. I could have misread that completely. I mean, I call them lizard people. So, but is that just like a sort of thing? Does that get tweaked a bit when you do the homebrew sort of deals, or how does that all work?
I'll let you run with that one, Cash.
So, like, that does really depend, because you do get stuff from, like, the certain races, but you also got to pick, like, aspirations, kind of characteristics as well. So, you know, it does kind of stem from there as well as anything else. But there are certain things from races that just come into play, like, you know, the drow being racist. I will never forget that. I've only ever played a drow.
Yeah,
personally.
right.
That's the only main one that I've looked into, and I kind of always go with that because a chaotic evil, a drow is generally a really good pick because of the, like, you know, the racism, the needing to be in the dark. Like, they're also a very proud race. Like, they're like, if you're not a drow, we don't like you, and if you're a half elf especially, they fucking hate you.
Oh wow. Okay. Do
Oh,
elves cop a lot of flack? Do they? People don't like elves in the realm.
It's more people don't like drow.
Oh,
Because the
okay.
drow are...
Ah, right. So the drow, it's actually the drow are the outcasts. Well, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I was just checking because I don't know. Like it's actually a really really diverse game. Anyone can actually pick it up and play it. Anybody can get into it, and it's actually really good for socializing, is what I understand. Like I don't know. I think
all you need is a party and some of these plastic boys.
Some clicky clacky math rocks.
They clickety clack.
sounds nuts. Okay, cool. So, guys,
Like,
excuse me.
it's
I'm just gonna go and quickly run to Cash's house, break in, and steal those because I can't be bothered. No, I'm joking. Imagine it. Imagine
I'll
it.
give you my curse set.
The border's open. The border's open. I could get there. Might be quicker for me to steal them from you though, Crit. But no, that's absolutely nuts. Like it's such a diverse game. A lot of folks do actually play it. Like I mentioned the fact that we were going into it during the podcast, and my mother-in-law informs me, I play D&D. Yeah, absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like,
That's
yeah, isn't it? So it's a long running game, is what that tells me, because what she told me is it's something that she was playing long before I was born. So it's actually a really old property, and I guess a lot of tabletop games are. Is that like how old we talking? Like the Egyptians.
I don't think quite back that
No. Caesar, it wasn't a case of Brutus stabbing. It's just, Caesar just rolled a 1 and, the rest is history. No, that's not that far back. Oh, dear. But, no, that's absolutely nuts. Like I've said, guys, I definitely do want to jump into it. To those of you out there that are in the same boat as me, haven't checked it out before, from what these guys have said today, worth jumping into. Now, are there communities out there that really sort of run the show? Like, how do you actually jump into it? As I said, I know a lot of people that are into it already, obviously, but yeah, how do you get started if you're a newbie?
Oh,
Probably the
really?
easiest way is Facebook. Like, there's groups all over
Or Reddit.
Facebook. Yeah, Reddit.
And especially with everything that's happening in the world, I know that a lot of people are going to like virtual games rather than face-to-face games. So it realistically, like at this stage, it would be probably quite easy to find a party. Like as I was discussing, I would like to venture into the GM side of things. So I would be completely down to have you as one of the party members, Coop and Brit and Srenna, if you're interested.
Of course.
Oh, I'd so
Yeah.
love that. I'd totally be down. Yeah, you know where to reach me. So, yeah, no, thank you. That's wow. It's that easy, guys. You just, I don't know, you ask the question and then the answers come flowing. So, those of you at home, yeah, like, need I say more? It's that easy.
It used to be seen as like a very nerdy thing to do, and it was like frowned upon back in the day because, like, you know, but nowadays it is expanding so much and it is becoming a lot more inclusive for everyone. And like, especially if you're into games, you're more than likely to thoroughly enjoy D&D because it's a lot more like you create your character from scratch. You pick your race, you pick your class, you pick what you want that character to be. You make your backstory, you make this character what you wanted it. And you get to actually roleplay that. So like you can create a voice, you can create certain mannerisms, and just go from there. You're building it up from nothing, and you can even get people to 3D print you mini of what you want your character to look like, and you can have that involved as well.
Yep.
And it's just fantastic.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
wow.
That's one of the coolest things I've ever heard.
Yeah,
You pick the height,
Ditto.
the weight, eye color, skin color. You literally create this character to what you want it to be.
sign me up.
Games master.
Let's pause the podcast and just get started now. Like, no, seriously, it sounds amazing.
Right?
Sounds amazing. Yeah,
I had
yeah.
a games master that turned around and was like, I refuse to have any kind of evil character, so you can't even be, there's chaotic, neutral, and what's the other one? Lawful. So you couldn't even be lawful evil, which is, you know, within, like, certain rules. So when I could finally have a chaotic evil character, I was like, I'm doing this business. Like, because the best way to imagine a chaotic evil character in my mind is the Joker. Look at the Joker.
Yes.
There is
Oh, yeah.
absolutely like no order, nothing. It is just complete chaos, and you just do what you want. Don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks, and you just blow up an entire town.
I vibe that.
There's someone else that's blown up that town, haven't they, Cash?
I only took 15,000 or so people with me. It's fine.
Yikes. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
because it does, like, a lot of times as well, the class you pick, and kind of, there are a lot of stereotypes that they what you pick. So, like, a paladin normally won't pick chaotic evil.
Well,
and then
yeah, I
there's more
vibe that.
stereotypes,
Okay.
like with the bard, because the bard, they do, you know, like, vicious mockery is one of the things that they, like, one of their things that they can pick, which I have had a player in my party before use vicious mockery against a goblin and just made your mum jokes at it, and it died.
That's...
It died
I'm not gonna
fast.
lie, like you clearly don't vibe it, but that's totally something I would do. So
Well, see,
what you're saying
I have
is,
issues with bard. The main stereotype where they do everything rather than actually trying to like use things like vicious mockery or you know any other thing that they use. So, but there are even bards out there where they might. Or, you know, they sing horribly, like they just pick things like that, which is amazing. Like, when, what's Bardic Inspiration? Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah. I've played with a bard that had a terrible single voice, and then kind of inspiration was literally to sound like a dying cat to inspire us and to get him to shut up.
Yeah, right. So that's nuts. That's nuts. You can create your character to the point where it seems to grief even the maker of the game. That's a that's what I'm hearing
half the
here.
fun of it.
Yeah, like that's just what it sounds like. That's I don't know. Is anyone else blown away by this? I feel like I'm the odd one out here. But yeah, wow, 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 wow. Um, as I said, guys, sign me up. I'm keen to jump in, Cash. Yeah, so like I said, you know where to reach me. Guys, and I see why people are getting into it. Sure, sure. It's actually nerdy as fuck to play. Like let's be honest about it. Let's say it how it is. But it's never been cooler to be a nerd, guys. Being a nerd is cool. I would argue it's always been cool, but now especially, I don't know, nerds are the fucking vibe. So hey, nerds, like get in there, play some D&D. That shit is wild. Are you hearing this? Damn. Now, speaking of nerds, yeah, of course, I'm gonna direct this at each of you and myself. To sort of finish up today, I had one last question I wanted to ask each of you, and we'll go. Okay, so we'll go in this order. We'll go Crit, Kasha, Srenna, and I don't know if we have time, maybe me. Of course, me. So here's the question, guys. How did you first start streaming, and what inspired you? Crit.
So I started May last year. I actually came across a Twitch streamer playing Rocket League. I watched his stream and went, hey, I might be able to do that. And well, the rest is history.
So I was watching Rocket League on Twitch.
Yeah, pretty much. But it was just the energy that he had also. I'm like, so it was infectious.
All good streamers.
Oh, absolutely. Energy is everything. And you know, I'm certainly not going to criticize how other people run their stream. Every stream is different, but yeah, I don't know. You certainly do notice the difference between a channel that you jump into, where you know they'd be vibing out, and I think every person in this podcast here is, runs their stream that way. So I don't feel like I'm singling anybody out right now. But yeah, you can notice the difference between, say, one of us streaming and somebody who, they might not even have cam on, and there's no talking, there's nothing. They just sit there and play the game, and sometimes they might even get chat appear in their chat, and then they tell their chat to shut up so that they can focus. Yeah, I've seen that. I have seen that happen. I have seen that happen. And I'll tell you what. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not calling anyone out or anything like that. Some people they stream differently. So, yeah, energy to the point that you make, energy is absolutely everything. So that's awesome, Crit. That yeah, you jumped onto Twitch and then you just saw someone and sounds like, well, I don't know. I was gonna say you fell in love with the idea of streaming just based on how much fun you had in that channel. That's awesome, dude. So tell us about your first.
They definitely yoinked.
Yeah. Tell us about your first stream. What was it? How did you go?
It was Borderlands. I spoke to myself for 2 hours.
It's awesome, Borderlands.
No, I'm done.
Was it the original Borderlands?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I vibe that. Well, thanks for sharing, Crit. Kasha.
You're very welcome.
So again, the
Yes.
question was, how did you first start
So,
streaming, and what inspired you?
Stream. I was never really in the scene, and then like because of how much I was just sitting there playing Destiny, my clan leader was like, "Why not stream it? Like, you may as well be gaming anyway." So I started on Pixar, and then my brother decided to kind of move out and leave his people for a little while to build with it, habit, and thus started me on Twitch.
That's really special. And you were using your brother's setup at one point, I think.
I still am, so I've got it for another 5 or so months.
Oh,
So I
right.
can have my own to continue on Twitch.
Oh, that's really sweet. So tell us about your first stream. What was it? How did you go?
My first Twitch stream was actually Skyrim. And I had a lot of friends in there supporting me, which was so lovely of them. Branch and Noxie being two of them, which are in the pen at the moment. And then I'm just walking around Whiterun picking some flowers, and I get my very first raid from our lovely Coop.
Oh, he sounds like an idiot.
That's so sweet.
No, that was actually super cool. I think that was the first time I'd done a raid like that. I myself, I don't know, I'd not long sort of
Yeah.
got myself established as a Twitch affiliate. So I had like a bit of a viewership, and we were looking for just a random Skyrim channel to raid, and I didn't even know it was your first stream. I don't know, the reaction was priceless. Those of you that were there, you will recall. And yes, I'm right there with chat. We do love us some Kasha. Yes, absolutely. I still say best raid I've done.
We
Best
love
raid I've
Kasha.
done.
Yeah.
Now, thank you so much for sharing,
Hello.
Cash. Srenna. Again, I'll just repeat the question. How did you first start streaming, and what inspired you?
So for me, for my journey, it's a little different. So I started on Instagram, and my whole thing for Instagram was to create a community where everyone was welcome, where people can feel like they're wanted, where they're welcomed, where like people can get to know real people and get to meet other people and get to interact with people, And that was the whole point of making Instagram, to make a safe, like, positive place for people, because there's too much negativity in the world. Oh, I went on Twitch because my friends stream on Twitch, and I started talking to a bunch of different people, some of my friends, just everyone in general. And because I started talking to you guys and you guys got to know me, you guys were like, "Oh, you should start streaming," and that's something that I want to do. So I just ended up starting streaming, and that's kind of where it took off.
Yeah, that's really cool. And so, tell us about your first stream. What did you do, and how did it go? I was there, but for everyone that wasn't.
My first stream, we did just chatting, and I actually used my phone, which is this phone right here that I have. It's a Samsung Galaxy S10e, and that's the phone that I used to stream on because I didn't have a computer or anything like that. And we played music before the whole Twitch thing. We basically were talking to people that I knew came in, people I didn't know came in. I mean, it was a so much bigger turnout than I thought. I had someone raid me with a raid of 50 people that night. Like, we had a bunch of different hosts, we had a bunch of different raids. I mean, it literally blew up, and I did not expect that at all. Like, honestly, I just went on there to, like, see how it went, And it went so much better than I could have ever expected. So I'm very thankful for that.
It was actually an amazing stream. I don't know. Like, I low-key didn't believe you when you said it was your first. And then, like, I checked the rest of your channel, and then I'm like, holy shit, it actually is her first stream. Wow, she's only been on here for 2 seconds. It went really well. And I don't know, you, as you said, you kind of had been, like, around on Twitch for a little while before you started. But you obviously, because you're on a Just Chatting, and you just conducted yourself so well, like probably better than a lot of folks who have been on for a while do in a Just Chatting stream. It's definitely different. I can attest, a Just Chatting stream is way different to
I'll
a
be
gaming
honest with you
stream.
guys, I was super nervous the first time I did it because I'd never done anything like that, and I didn't know what to expect firsthand. You know, streaming in front of people, showing your face, like getting to talk to people one-on-one. It's like completely different for me. But then once you get into it, it's a lot easier than you actually think, and it's not as stressful or anxious. You know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if you're on a game, like the game can like people can focus on the game, and maybe they focus on you. At least in your own mind, that's how it works. But if you're on a just chatting, like unless you're like really insecure and you host a podcast, on a just no, I'm joking. On a just chatting stream, it's just you. Like you're literally all focus, all attention is on you, everything that you say, and you are the content. So yeah, in your mind, obviously that psychs you out. Of course it does. So yeah, they're very different things. So to do your first stream as a just chatting is absolutely fucking batshit insane, I think. Now asking myself the same question. Does someone else want to ask me the question? I feel weird asking myself the same question.
But how did you get started on Twitch?
And what inspired me? Okay. Well, for me,
Someone inspired you. Sorry about that.
that's okay. I came in with the assist. I've got you. Oh, yikes. Harlot liked my comment earlier. Anyway, so, no, I'd been watching Twitch for quite some time. The same way I watch Twitch now, I lurk a lot. Occasionally I'll jump in chat and, like, hang out or whatever. But, yeah, no, I used to lurk on Twitch, like, a shit ton for months and months and months. And then what actually happened to me, I don't know, I was always sitting there, like, watching guys and being like, I could totally do that. Like, that looks like it's fun. I feel like I would have fun and people would have fun hanging out with me if I streamed. But I never actually jumped in and did it for the longest time. It was always like, oh, but this. Like, I always psyched myself out of it, more or less. And then I broke my arm. At the end of November, start of December last year, broke my arm in an arm wrestle in a pub, no less. So spiral fracture, humerus bone. Raptor Nation, you guys have all heard it before. I won't go into it, but let's put it this way. I was out of action. I was stuck at home. I couldn't really do much because, main arm, and yeah, I was out of surgery and stuff like that, so had to go easy on everything. And I was doing rehab because I had some nerve damage. My nerves actually got stretched over the break. So at the time, my hand was like this. Yeah, like literally locked in at 90 degrees. And yeah, I couldn't move my fingers or my thumb. So I had a lot of rehabbing and stuff to do. And yeah, as far as like occupying yourself is concerned, like I couldn't actually play a video game or anything, because I only had the one hand. I don't know, at that stage I decided to start streaming because I'd exhausted Netflix, I'd exhausted Disney Plus, Stan, Amazon, all of that. I'd watched all of my movies, I'd watched everything. I was literally bored and was like, okay, I'm going to actually start streaming. So what was my first stream and how did it go? It was a just chatting stream. I decided, I don't know, because I used to have all of this rehab stuff I'd have to do each day. And it was long and tedious and painful and very, 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 very boring. So I thought maybe it would actually entertain me more if I just was on stream and I sat there doing my workouts and my rehab stuff and just talk to people or just talk to myself. And that's I did the latter for the most part. So imagine went for about 2 hours the stream. And yeah, I was just there. Occasionally I had a couple of lovely people that came in to let me know that they had bigger biceps than me. I had a few people that decided to join and, let me know why I was wrong for not being a vegan. It was, absolutely wild time. So, The that's literally how that went. That was my first stream, and of course, as I rehab more, I did more streams. I don't know. It was very very irregular that I streamed to start out with. As my arm and my hand came back, I was able to pick up the controller again, and it actually helped my rehab playing playing on the controller and stuff. So yeah, when I started doing gaming streams, playing Skyrim and stuff, that's when we yeah didn't suck. So, yeah, what a time! What an absolute time, guys! Thank you for sharing your amazing stories. They're much cooler than mine. And thank you for not going to sleep during my own story because of that. That really brings us to the end of what has been just an amazing time. Each of you I'd like to thank once again for joining us. Short Sleeve, are you still in chat, dude? If you are, can I please ask you to give just an amazing Raptor Nation shout out to Mr. Crit Happens Gaming? Thanks again, Crit, for joining us today. Absolutely love your vibe, my dude. And hey, keen to catch your next stream. What will you be streaming? When will you be streaming?
So next one is Friday night, and we go hiding under our beloved box. We're back in Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
That sounds beautiful. Oh, thanks, Renna. Well,
thank you for having me.
Oh, hey, thank you again for joining us. As always, can I also have a shout out for Kashababey? Kasha. We don't really need to, say too much about you because we know it all and we know how amazing you are. But when's your next stream? What are you streaming?
I'm taking a few days off for health reasons, but I'm hoping to be back around either Thursday, Friday, if not the weekend. And it's either going to be some Witcher or I might be whipping out a new game.
Oh, a new game. I gotta say, I'm filthy that it's taken me this long to jump into The Witcher. I know you've been raving about it for the longest time. I've been watching you play it for the longest time. But yeah, I don't know. I jumped into it. I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. So as always, guys, best way to catch Kasha the next time she's online is obviously to follow her, because then you get the notifications. Like, it's not rocket science. So if you haven't already, do it. Now, last but not least, EGNSsrenna, I'm sorry that you have to give yourself shout outs in the chat, but apparently the other mod's gone to sleep. So give yourself a shout out, please. And, let us know. What are you streaming next, and when?
Most likely, I'm going to be working on my Pokemon painting, my original OG Pokemon that I'm working on the 3 original Pokemon, Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. I'm working on painting. So I'm going to be working on finishing those on stream.
Oh, that sounds amazing. So it's going to be a painting stream.
Yes, another painting stream, part 2.
Oh, what a vibe. What a vibe. I think I actually saw on your Instagram where you got up to on your previous stream. That it actually looks really good. Looks really good. Very, very excited to catch that. Srenna, you'll have to let us know how that goes if we don't catch it. You're on a different time zone to us. Well, you're on a different time zone to we Australians. I am able to catch Srenna a lot because, I don't know, I'm just always lurking. But for you American folk, and I know there's a lot of you watching right now, Srenna, go and follow her because she actually streams at a reasonable time. For you. You don't have to, get up you don't have to set an alarm in the morning to watch her like you do for me. Again, it goes without saying, Sren, I really appreciate you joining us once again in the Raptor Pen. This was the 6th one, guys. Raptor Pen number 6. Absolutely batshit crazy. I was chuffed that the first one didn't suck. So thank you, all of you, so much once again for making this one epic, as you always do. Crit, hope to have you again sometime soon, my guy. Otherwise, take it easy and keep it real. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to let you go and just have a quick chat to my people. Probably let them go. We'll see. Anyway, thanks again, guys.
Thanks.
Well, look at that. And then there was one. We should turn this into a game show. We should turn this into a game show. What do you reckon? You know, like a like a murder room. Have like 2 people. Sorry, 4 people in one room, 4 people in the other room. Have a murderer in the room. Have a cop. Like, do it that way. Have people, you know, knocked off. What do you think? That sounds like a pretty wicked idea. How many have I got on YouTube? I've still just got the 2 at the moment. I'm having some struggles with getting the 3rd one on there. I can put the 4th and 5th one up like that. To be honest with you, I don't know. It's just going to screw up the watch order on the list if I do it that way, right? So I can skip number 3 and put 4 and 5 up, and then, you know, work on number 3 and get it up later. Honestly, I think I do need to do that. I think I do need to do that. Yes, thank you all in chat. Again, I'm really sorry, chat. With the podcast, you know, we get caught up in our discussion and stuff like that. You can see me all the time. If I'm looking this way during the podcast, means I'm reading your comments in chat. So I'm sorry that I don't get to acknowledge all of you. You know that I always read chat, and you know that you know, when I can, I'll always acknowledge things that you do say. So yeah, Hapshin, no, thank you for being you. Kebester, thank you so much for joining us, girl. Yeah, Branch, an escape room stream. Now there's an idea and a half. The king is here to dab all our troubles away. Oh, of course. Short sleeve, mod of the year. Wait, you're here? You you weren't here for the shout outs. What the hell, dude? What the hell? Yes, I dig the shadow hype. I really do. Hey, yeah, no, absolutely sick. So, guys, yes, we have 78 subs sitting there. Actually, that's 79 because I've noticed throughout the stream I'd forgotten to do something. So, let me just do this quickly. I was going, I don't know, it wasn't working for me the other night when I was trying to do it. But yeah, people using the hype command, and yeah, so can someone just throw, oh, you did? No, you didn't. Yeah, I just noticed that happened then. Short sleeve, can you just use the hype command again for me, please? Or someone use the hype command for me. But yeah, what I wanted to... Yes! Haha! It works! Yes! Oh, yeah, okay. Nightbot, look, you might be a robot, but to us you're a person. You do a lot of hard work. And now you're a sub, courtesy of yours truly. So, to you, Nightbot, I say... Fus Roda! Oh, how much fun. Yeah, look, what I wanted to say is this, and I only thought about it. I was actually just going to let you guys go. But, oh, well, now I've got Kylo here. Hey, come here, pup. Here, I'll grab Kylo for you. We'll quickly say hello to the pup, and then I'll say what I was going to say. Come here, boy. Here he is. Big Papa. Oh boy. He's he's been wanting to jump up here all stream. And here he is. Say hello, Raptor Nation. It's me. Yeah, he's sitting in my lap right now. That's how big he is. Hey. What's going on? Is everyone looking at you? Yeah, he's reading chat right now. Oh boy. Yes. Oh, thank you, K-Best there. Did you see that? That's K-Best there giving you the shout out. Yeah. Ah, big sookie pup. Big sookie pup. Anyway, guys. I'm gonna put him down. Like, as in I'm gonna put him on the ground. Oh, you don't want to go, do you? You're pretty happy here. Yeah. Oh, boy. No, you're getting heavy. You're getting heavy, mate. You're getting heavy. Come on. Shout out for Kashababey. Yep, there it is. Thank you. Okay, bud. Let me put you on the ground. There you go. Oh. Well, I don't think I need to go to the gym today because that boy is getting heavy. That boy is getting heavy. Anyway, guys. Seriously. Okay, no, go out there. Don't rouse at me. What I wanted to say. Oh, Jesse. Thank you so much. And this is exactly what I wanted to say. I'm just getting overwhelmed right now. All of the generosity today, like all of the generosity always, guys, but all of the generosity today, I'm absolutely blown away. I can't get my head around it, but yeah, it was really funny. I was just now thinking about it. I talked a little bit earlier about my first ever stream and how I started and how that went, and I compare that to right now, and yeah, boy, oh boy, I wouldn't be sitting here having the fun that I'm having right now, without all of you. Even if you're sitting there lurking, watching away, you're in chat, just being amazing. You're on the podcast with me, being amazing there. You're, cheering bits. You're gifting just a fuck ton of subs. Harlot, like, honestly, dude, you're something special. You are something special. Holy shit, crit! Oh! This is what oh no! Crit! This is what I'm saying. Like, this is you guys. You guys are absolutely batshit insane amazing. People say I'm an energetic dude on stream. People say that. Where do you think I fucking get it from? I get it from you people. I get it from you guys. Okay? I've said this before. I am just the crazy nut dancing on the hill. That's me. I'm the crazy nut dancing on the hill by himself. Okay? The shit becomes a party when you guys come and dance with me. And God, can you guys dance? Holy shit. What a fucking rave. Now, I owe you some shouts. I really do. Holy crap. Holy shit. Okay. So, Crit, again, dude, you've gone off today. We did a shout out for Crit. Like, let's do another one. Like, I don't know, we need to do something. Like, he's a Brisbane guy, actually. I could totally run to his house right now and just give him a big old raptor cuddle. That doesn't sound as good as a bear hug, but that's what it'll be. Seriously, Crit, like, thank you again for coming on to the podcast. Absolutely love picking your brain on D&D and tabletop, but what is absolutely brilliant is just your personality and just how much you know about it. Feels like everything. So, dude, look, courtesy of Crit, Bluey52, you are now a Raptor Nation sub, and to you, I say, Fus Roda! And also, Dirt Wanderer, that's how you say that. Dirt Wanderer. Fus Roda! Make sure you guys get in here and, like, thank Crit. Newbie Doobie Doo. Fus Roda! Awake Willolts. Awake Willolts. Fus Roda! And Disub Somp. Fus Roda! Holy shit. Holy shit. Did short sleeve just shout me out? Oh. Yeah, go follow that Coop guy. I hear he has an amazing community, an amazing nation of raptors around him, just hanging out, vibing. Like, yeah, oh, seriously. This does call for a group hug. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. All right, I'm just gonna. We're in. Yeah, we're in. Oh, can you feel that? That feels. That's wholesome as fuck. That feels right. Oh my god, Crit. I can somehow feel your laterals, my guy. I can feel your laterals. Wow. Short sleeve. Are those your biceps? I can feel them. Oh, this is a nice long hug. Okay, I'm letting go. Not because I want to, but because I have to. Okay, there we go. Ah, nice hug, guys. Nice hug. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. But yeah, again, I do just want to say, guys, my morning glory. Oh, oh, you felt that? You felt that? Oh, I'm sorry. I tried to keep my pants off you. Harlot. I'm really sorry if that got you. Just. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. No, seriously. You guys are the difference between my first stream and this stream right here. And it's so important for you to know how special it is and how much I love you all to bits. It's so important that you know this. All right, I am going to wrap up. Yes. Yeah, I wish that I could say this has been the first time that Harlot's copped a poke from me. But yeah, I can't say that. It hasn't been the first time. Harlot, I'm sorry. Like I said, I did the thing that you do where you like lean forward into the hug. It's not a full body. It's not a full body. Yeah. Can we raid Mikey hello? Yeah, let's check it. Let's go find Mikey. Let's go find Mikey. Is he online? Oh, he is too. Yeah, there he is. I don't think I've given him a raid before. Let's jump in there. Let's have a look at that. I've got an ad right now, but it looks like he's still playing. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All the hype. No homo, and you'll return the favour. Okay. There we go. You felt... you weren't grabbing my abs. You weren't grabbing my abs? I didn't feel you not grabbing my abs, no. I thought I could feel someone, like, yeah. I thought I could feel a hand there, grabbing them, like, just rubbing up and down. Anyway, guys, look, we will go and raid Mikey. Before I do that, let me just get ready to raid him. I'm one of those people. Have you noticed, guys? They're like, so I better go. I better get on my way. And then half an hour later, they actually leave. That's totally me. With you guys anyway. I never want to get off the stream. I never want to go offline. Because you guys are just absolute fucking legends. I love you all to bits. But here is an important thing for you to hear from me. And it's something that you'll always hear from me because, well, as I said, it's an important thing. So, look, whoever it is that you are, no matter what it is that you've done, it is, please know this. You matter. You matter. And let me tell you something else. You add value to other people's lives. Honestly, I don't give a shit if you are just sitting at home all the time doing nothing because you're sad. I don't know. Maybe you are someone that's out there all the time doing things. Doesn't matter. Okay, the difference here is inconsequential. All the same, you matter and you do add value to other people's lives. And perhaps you are in your head right now, thinking, or, maybe even you're telling me right now, no, Coop, you don't know me, you don't know the people around me, I don't matter to them, and I don't add value to their lives. True, I don't know them, and, maybe that is the case. I could be fucking wrong. But here's what I'm right about. Something that I can categorically tell you is this. Even if that is you, even if you think that you matter to nobody else, no one understand this. If you are here watching right now, okay, and that's it. You just need to have been here watching. Whether you gifted a sub, whether you didn't, doesn't really matter. Okay, if you're here right now, you matter to me. Okay, and if you are here watching right now, today, you have added value to my life. Please don't ever forget that, guys. All right, you are all so very important to me. I don't care if we have, 1,000 followers right now, or if we have 10, all right? If there were only 10 of you, each and every single one of you, I would treasure, okay? Just so happens there's so many of you, and so it's so important that I make sure that you never forget what you mean to me. All of you, Raptor Nation, you are the hype, okay? We don't give hype. We are the hype, and that's you. You're the hype. Now, we're going to go raid Mikey Hello. Go and say hello to him. Drop him a follow. He's actually a cool dude. I'll go and hang out in there for a bit in chat, so make sure you do that. In the meantime, guys, as always, jump into the Discord. Go and hang out with us in there. Going to have a movie night next weekend. That's going to be fucking amazing. So if you want to catch a movie with us, then, of course, jump into the Discord because that's where that'll be happening. I will be on stream tomorrow. Probably playing some Skyrim, maybe. We'll see. Otherwise, as always, my name is Coop. You guys call me the Velociraptor. And hey, love you all. Peace.